Hey, welcome back. I'm Todd Smith with another video teaching you how to make money and achieve financial freedom with real estate investing. Over the years, I've been blessed to teach tens of thousands of investors from newbies to millionaires, so I know I can help you too. But before we get into today's topic, if you haven't done so already, I just want to remind you to check out my free 90-minute online training class about how to buy houses without cash or credit at realestateCashflowSecrets.com. I'll put that link and maybe some other resources in the description for this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below this video. And for some reason, YouTube made it harder. So after you hit subscribe, you got to hit the bell and then you got to hit all to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the money-making information that I have to share with you, because I do upload videos regularly. Fair enough? All right, let's get started. In this video, I want to deal with the question, how long will it take me to make money in real estate investing using your methods? Now, first of all, again, as you know, or if you haven't heard me before, I teach how to invest in real estate without using your own cash or credit. So in this type of real estate investing, a lot of gurus are selling you on the idea that you're going to get rich in 30 days, you know, and that's just a bunch of foolishness. They want you to think that everything is easy and everything always works out perfectly, and that helps them sell a lot of courses and books. But I'm going to tell you the truth. So unlike all these other gurus that are going to tell you that, oh yeah man, you're going to make all this money in 30 days, is really easy. So the reality is that understanding real estate investing and doing real estate investing is simple, but it's not easy, okay? And there's time involved in these processes. So a realistic target is 7 months, starting from scratch, is 7 months of focused effort. And I'm going to break down what's going to happen in those 7 months. Now, when I say 7 months of focused effort, I want you to hear me and hear me clearly. I say 7 months of focused effort because the reality is most people, when it comes to getting rich, they do not put in focused effort. It's just like going to the gym and getting in shape. Most people don't put in focused effort. They put in effort and then they allow themselves to get distracted. So they're putting in distracted effort. They're putting in inconsistent effort. They're putting in half-hearted effort. And I'm talking about 7 months of focused effort. So if you can put in 7 months of focused effort, and I'm even going to give you the first month just for studying courses and preparing yourself. So you need to do a full month of education, and that's assuming that you don't actually start to implement anything in the first month. So now it might take you 2 to 3 months to get a property under contract. And when I say under contract, so you're going to be getting a property under contract where your exit strategy is going to be for wholesaling, or it could be for lease options, it could be for taking over payments and getting the deed, it could be for seller financing, and realistically it could even be for fixing and flipping, for retailing, right? But anyway, so you get the property. Now if you're fixing and flipping, then that 3 month period, that 2 to 3 month period, you're going to need to rehab the property during that time. With the other methods that I mentioned, you don't necessarily need to rehab the property in that time, and you shouldn't actually be. You should be doing very little or no work with the other strategies that I mentioned, except for obviously fixing and flipping. All right, obviously you need to fix it in order to fix it and flip it. So, but anyway, so you got 2 to 3 months to get this property under contract and get it ready to sell. Then you have another 2 to 3 months to find a buyer, to get it property marketed, find a buyer, and get paid. All right, so that's your 7 month process. The first month is studying and education. Then you have 2 to 3 months to get a property under contract and get control of the property, and then you have another 2 to 3 months to get the property sold, marketed, sold, and get paid. All right, so that's a very realistic time frame to do your first or next deal involving no cash and no credit. That's a very realistic time frame. So again, don't get sucked in by these gurus that are telling you that you can do everything in 30 days. Can it happen? Yes. Have I had it happen? Obviously, I do it all the time. But as far from a student's standpoint, my students, I have students that do deals in less than 30 days, and I have students that do deals, that takes them a while longer. So, for example, I had one student, and she only had a marketing budget of about $15. I'm not talking about $15 a month. I'm talking about $15, right? So she bought some bandit signs, and we put those bandit signs out, and she put the bandit signs out. She with $15, you can't buy that many bandit signs, right? So I think she only had about 10 signs. So she put out about 10 signs with $15, and within 2 weeks, the signs were only out 2 weeks, right? Because if you know anything about bandit signs, they got a short lifespan a lot of times, depending on where you put them. And these signs were only out there for, in fact, I think it was only about a week and a half, about 10 days these signs were out. And in that 10-day period, we got 2 deals. We got 2 houses that we put under contract. So things can happen a lot faster, but I'm not going to preach to you that this is what you should expect, okay? Like I said, a very realistic time frame is about 7 months. Now, so what's going on? You got to go out, first of all, after your study period, and then you get into your period of your first 2 to 3 months where you're trying to get a deal under contract. You got to have marketing, right? So you're going to put your marketing out, and no, it's not going to happen where you're going to get 2 deals and 2 contracts in 10 days, like what I just described. That's not going to be the norm, all right? So you're going to get frustrated. You're going to be contacting people. People aren't going to be calling you back, or they're going to tell you that they don't want to sell. If you're dealing with vacant houses or whatever, they're going to tell you they don't want to sell. Or if you're dealing with people that for sale by owners that have their property on the market, they're going to go tell you to jump in a lake because what you're offering they're not interested in. And like I always say, when you're approaching sellers, they can only tell you, they can tell you yes, obviously that's what you want to hear. They can tell you no, or they can tell you H to the no. Okay, so they can either be nice and polite and tell you no, they can get angry and tell you no, or they can give you yes, or they can tell you a maybe, or I'll think about it, or something like that. All right, so anyway, so you got to go through some no's before you get to some yeses, and you're going to be learning the process. You're going to be learning the process, so it's going to take you some time. It's not going to happen overnight, right? A 2 to 3 months time frame is a realistic, and so you get your marketing out there. You got to talk to sellers. You got to deal with some rejection, all right? And you got to deal with some frustration because you're going to be wanting stuff to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen overnight. And the same goes when you go to liquidate the property and get paid, right? You're going to be marketing to people. People are going to be trying to lowball you. They're not going to want to offer you what you want or what you need for the property, and so it's going to take some time. But nonetheless, this is $1 million business. It's the greatest business on the planet. It's been, real estate has been around since the Garden of Eden, and it'll be here until Jesus comes back. And everybody needs a place to live. So this answers the question: how long will it take me to make money in real estate investing? A very realistic target is 7 months of focused effort using no cash and no credit. Hey, thanks again for watching, and don't forget to check out any additional resources that I might have for you in the description section of this video. If you like this video, then show me some love with a heart on Facebook or a thumbs up on YouTube, and leave a comment below to let me know how the video helped you. If you have any real estate investing questions, go ahead and write those in the comments below, and it just may become the topic of my next video. If you know anybody else that might benefit from this video, then go ahead and share it. Be sure to check out my upcoming videos, and until next time, may all your parents have rich children, and may all your children have rich parents.